Hello and welcome to this week's episode. I am one of your co-hosts, Specialist Garrett Dacko with 11th Signal Brigade.
And I am your other co-host, Samantha Farlow with the Garrison Public Affairs Office. And you are listening to Fort Hood's Great Big Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone. With us today, we have two career counselors to talk about retention. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name is Staff Sergeant Kendall Howard, and I work as the Junior Operations NCO for 1st Cavalry Division Retention.
And hi, I'm Sergeant First Class Mary Watson. I am the DeVarty Career Counselor.
All right. Well, thank you y'all both for coming in today. It's a pleasure to have you.
Of course.
Right.
So, educate me a little bit for someone that, you know, this is my first contract and I don't know a whole lot about retention just yet. Can you kind of educate me on the process of that or what y'all do?
That's a very vast topic.
Okay.
There's so much that goes into that because initial term soldiers, right? A brand new soldier never re-enlisted. They have all options, meaning there's 5 options that soldiers can re-enlist for. They pick what they want. The first one is Needs of the Army. It's the best one. Echo 1. Don't forget it. Okay. 1 to 6 years. They can do current station stabilization, which keeps them in their current unit. They can also do option 3, which is to reclass or doing a school like airborne school, provided there's a bonus. Like if you have a medic and they want to be a flight medic, they can go to school for that as an option. They also have overseas station of choice, or they can do stateside Conant station of choice. So they can do one more turn on Fort Hood if they want to. They just have to come out of the Cav, which we will never allow. Just kidding. And go somewhere else on Fort Hood and start their time over.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the re-enlistment options for a newbie. Yeah.
And so for the current station stabilization option, the first team stabilization incentive for that is for troopers who re-enlist to stay first team are eligible to take a semester to make education their primary focus. You would have to see your career counselor for more information, and the policy is signed so you can understand all of the parameters for that. And then you could also, your brigades, your battalions, and your companies also have their own incentives for certain re-enlistment options.
Wow, some education incentives
Yes.
there. I might have to check those out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to go back to school.
Me
Be
too.
smart about it. Don't forget FAFSA is money going to school.
Yes, that was like, I'd use so much FAFSA when I was in college.
Oh,
Let
yeah.
me hello,
You
that's
see,
free
like
money.
you see, like a private first class, and they're
with
like,
$1,000.
right, they got like new cars. You're
Yeah,
like,
a
"Whoa."
Tesla. I seen a private with a Tesla. I was like, how
No.
do you? Yes,
They use
with DV
FAFSA.
plates. I was disgusted. I was like, wait a minute, DV
Oh,
plates in a
goodness.
Tesla. I was depressed. I'm like, I need to be like you. How does that even happen? It's craziness. I'm telling you, it's money out there. Go to school, kids.
There we go. All right. So what can you tell me? I just saw some stuff come out in the news too regarding retention. I think there were some new policies put out or something like that. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so currently we just had some retention control point changes. So that is the years allowable to serve in your current rank and skill. So those changes that happened, pretty much every rank increased 2 years. So private through private first class is now 7 years. Corporals or specialists is up to 12 years. Wow. Sergeants, 16 years. Staff sergeant, 22 years. Sergeant first class, 26 years. First sergeant or master sergeant, 28 years. This is temporary, and this is only for soldiers who have a contractual ETS from 23 June 2022 to 30 September 2023. Also, this is not mandatory. You do not have to extend your retention control point out to that point, but you have the option to do so if you want some more time to get promoted or you want to serve a little bit longer. Right. You have those options available to you.
Wow. Okay. Well, Thank goodness. I don't think that applies to me. So
I hope not, Deco. Yeah. I hope not. You better pick up E5.
Yeah, no, I'm on it. We got this.
Yeah, you got it. I believe in you. Yeah. But not to get it confused with the temporary RCPs, this is nothing new to me, of course, because I've been in for 19. I've seen RCPs this high. It recently changed in 2016, so it's not new. Right. But it's new to everybody. Like, wait, what? We can do more? Absolutely. If you were getting out because of RCP, go see your career counselor. Even if you are approved for retirement and your ETS date is on or before 30 September 2023, you can actually request to have your retirement pulled and do an RCP ETP, exception to policy.
So we also have a new policy that's temporarily in effect for a one-time extension for soldiers barred for a 8 kilo, which is a failure to fulfill your DLC requirements for your grade and rank. Also, if you had signed a declination statement previously, you get barred automatically from being able to re-enlist. Usually you'll have to submit an exception to policy to try to get that repealed. Right now, they're allowing you to do a one-time extension for those reasons, and that's a continued service extension of a year.
So a couple other things I heard were they were taking away some of the options for re-enlistments. How has that affected retention lately? Okay,
so it is a big miscommunication for that. We're coming up with the IPSA brownout, which is going to affect our personnel systems. So due to that reason, we will not be able to process movement actions for soldiers at that moment. So if you want to try to PCS or request a PCS for CONUS, OCONUS, or a training option, you will unfortunately not be able to do that for 2 months. So through 15 August through 30 September. So it's really only 45 days. It's not that you're not allowed to get those options. It's just we won't be able to process those options through our HRC because of the IPSA brownout.
Gotcha.
So because of that, they opened up the re-enlistment window starting 1 July. Anybody who ETSs before 30 September 2023 will be allowed to take action beforehand before that goes into effect on 15 August. So 1 July to 14 August, you will be able to still process those movement actions.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Sure. I know. It was, believe me, we saw it as career counselors and we're like, wait, what? And then more clarification came down. It got pretty, interesting for a second, but we just waited and received the order and we're like, okay, well, this makes sense and to be expected. So don't worry, we can still get you to Fort Bragg or Fort Riley or Fort Drum if you want to. Or stay with first team,
Yeah, there you go.
Best team. First to fight.
All right. So one question I had too, this is a little more personal. What is one of your favorite incentives to give soldiers to re-enlist or extend?
A paycheck on the 1st and the 15th.
That's a good one. Yeah. I think that's a classic.
Everybody gets that. No. Bad answer. Just kidding. That is a good answer.
Yes,
good answer.
Very important.
A lot of soldiers getting out off of emotional decisions. So But one of mine is my initial terms who get a bonus, they get that additional $5,000 on top. Yeah, so whatever your bonus is, I had one re-enlist for 14.2. I told him it was 14.2. Surprise, it's 19.2. Whatever's clever. But so that's one of my favorite ones. The other one, of course, is the college incentive because not all soldiers know that you don't have to wait for college anymore. As soon as you're in, go to school. Right. Like, I don't care how hard you may think it is. Granted, yes, it took me forever to get my bachelor's. Of course, you have fields and all that stuff, but just stay adamant about it and stay on top of it. Why not take that semester off? Even if it's online or in class, owe yourself that. Do it. Nobody outranks General Richardson, so can nobody like, oh my God, what? Like, yeah, you can go to school. Your commander can say yay or nay a little bit, give you the time frame for sure, absolutely, because you still got to go to the field and stuff. But if there's a break in that training calendar and you want to go, do it full throttle, do it, go to school.
Absolutely. And so for favorite incentives, I think the biggest ones are just giving time back to the soldier. You know what I mean? Whether it's being creative with 1,200 release on Fridays, you know what I mean, for a month straight, or Advon flights from NTC, or rotations are always a good one. And you do, the 4 days, of course, everybody gets their 4 days.
Right.
I always tell soldiers, you get the rest of the day off after you re-enlist. You get the next duty day. Re-enlist on a Thursday. Whoa. That's a 4-day weekend, essentially. You re-enlist at Thursday, 9 a.m. You get the rest of the day, that Friday off, and then you don't come back till Monday.
I'm an advocate for Thursday
re-enlistments. Right.
Or Monday, come off the weekend, go off Monday,
that
Tuesday.
too,
Like an early morning re-enlistment.
Yes.
Yeah, do that PT. I'm there with you. Let's do it. Why not?
But giving time
Zonk.
back is probably one of the biggest things. And because especially in certain situations where your op tempo is high and you're always going, you know what I mean, it just kind of gives that soldier like a good outlook on the beginning of the rest of their career.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
What is your favorite re-enlistment incentive?
Have you
Specialist DACO?
Oh, that is hard.
What would you like from your leaders?
I want everything.
Well, let's go. Let's hear it.
I heard a lot.
So, school's a big one for me.
Okay.
Personally.
Yes.
I've already have my bachelor's, but I mean, you can never have too much schooling.
Right. Why not go for your master's?
Right.
Get your FAFSA, DACO.
Trust me, I'm on it.
Money, DACO, money.
I want that Tesla.
With the DV plate.
You got to get the DV plates.
Yeah. So school's a big one for me. Money's never really been that important to me, but being financially secure has always been like a necessity for me. Besides that, time. Any extra time I could get to spend with my family or anything like that, I would take it. So what you're speaking to me right now,
awesome.
I'm all in.
Awesome. Great. And that's, it's really important for us to have these conversations with soldiers, because as career counselors, we advise and, mentor the commanders on their program. You know what I mean? So it's important to understand what soldiers really want, and taking notes for that, and, going back to the commanders and saying, hey, this is what the soldiers think, this is where they're going, this is what they need. And it's really important to have that voice, because I hate to admit it, but we're old.
No, I'm not.
I mean, Army old. We are Army old.
I am not. I ain't no old head in the Army. I'm young.
She's older than me in the Army.
I've been in for 19. Don't judge me. I came in at 18. Yeah, I'm young.
But no, as much as we don't want to think we're out of touch sometimes, as we progress in our career, that's better maybe than
I'm definitely out of touch with it, because I don't care about time off. Yes. I'm on leave right now and here with y'all, so time off is irrelevant.
Thank you for coming to spend
You guys are awesome. I love soldiers and I love my job. So
absolutely,
anything.
Absolutely. But so that's really important to have that conversation with soldiers and realize that we are out of touch sometimes, and advise our command teams the same, and this is what soldiers are saying. This is what they're talking about. And that's really just how we continue to just build cohesive teams and building trust and, gaining commitments.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the gain commitment part. You smart.
I got there. It took me a couple minutes to get comfortable.
I like it. That was a good ender.
So I saw one post put out by Sergeant Major of the Army Grinston that said, "What would it take for you to re-enlist?" And I saw a bunch of comments underneath that. So, and one of the most common responses I saw was a promotion. So I know it's kind of like on the soldier's own.
So it's really important when we're talking and we're guiding and mentoring soldiers about their career is promotion potential.
Right.
A lot of jobs at a certain point, might stop for promotion potential for certain soldiers. You know what I mean? So you just have to be mindful of, is this job worth me staying in, or do I need to make a change? You know what I mean? But in order to make those changes, there also needs to be some personal responsibility there by increasing your GT score, you know, fulfilling whatever requirements, whether it be physical,
college,
education, professional development, fulfilling those things, or being promotable to next grade, you know, putting those application MOSs in. And it's unfortunate because I see it more now, but it used to be a point in time where like soldiers be like, I want to re-enlist and I want to change my job. Well, why do you want to change my job? Well, I hate my job. Well, why do you hate your job? And then we have this like conversation. It really just actually he don't like his platoon sergeant, or you know, it has nothing to do with his job. It's something completely different. So, reclassing for me, when you talk to me about reclassing,
I have panic attacks and night terrors.
Yeah, no, because number one issue that you have in this job, you might end up having the same issue in the next job. You know what I mean? Right. So what is it that you're looking for? And don't just jump for promotion. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of things that are way better than money to me, you know, and it's being like having a fulfillment, having a purpose. That's really important for me. I reclassed to a career counselor as, at the time, I was working as an executive administrative assistant for the Vice Chief of Staff of the Army. Wow. It was a great position. I learned so much, gained so much perspective, worked with the most amazing leaders. I absolutely love everything about what I did. I became a career counselor because I always wanted to be a career counselor, you know, and it's something that I wanted to do when I was a corporal. And I was like, I'm going to be a career counselor. And it never stopped. And even I was a 42 Alpha, so I was a human resources specialist. And it never stopped. I never got away from that drive or motivation to want to be a career counselor, right? To want to help soldiers. And so I feel like I didn't necessarily change my job. I just transcended into a different avenue of human resources. You know what I mean? No, but I mean, really,
it's okay, Kendall, say it. It's a prestige.
It's prestige. But but it really just allowed me to. It opened up other doors for me. You know, so is it something that you want to do, or are you making a hasty decision because of a temporary situation? Yeah, you know what I mean? So those things are really important. Is finding what do you want to do? What's your drive? What is your passion? What is your why? And then, okay, then what are you qualified for?
Right.
So for those soldiers who are in stagnant MOSs, who promotion points are 798 and they don't see an end in sight, they can reclass to a MOS that will get them promoted to sergeant or staff sergeant, provided they have the appropriate courses completed and they're promotable.
Okay.
On top of that, they do get bonuses. They have to be a little bit uncomfortable to get comfortable. Right. If you know what I mean. So if they want to stay in for 5, that's cool. You can stay in your current MOS or reclass. But if you're trying to give me 20, and I know your MOS does not pick up like that, why not reclass?
Right.
So that's another option.
Absolutely. And there's nothing to be scared of when reclassing. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes people do get really nervous. Again, without making a hasty decision, just understand what you're getting yourself into. Is it just promotion, and then you're going to be doing a completely different job that you actually didn't want to do, and now you want to go back to your old MOS? It's just all about researching and finding what works best for you and what fulfills your why.
Right. And having that conversation with your career counselor.
Absolutely.
Listen, we're family counselors, life coaches. We're everything under one umbrella.
Financial advisor.
I need a couch in my office. I had a couch in my office. Let it loose. Like, let it go. It's okay. Come talk to me. Blow it off. And let's tackle it.
And soldiers coming into our offices and, you know, being able to talk through a multitude of things, you know, what their focus is, what their dreams and aspirations are, what their family situation looks like. I mean, it all comes into play when we're trying to discuss what's going to be best for them, whether it's staying,
ETSing, and that's perfectly fine. Absolutely. If you're going to ETS. I'm not here to hunt you down because I used to run soldiers down in the motor pool. Why? Because you're not going to run from me. That was my opening statement, my first speech coming into a new battalion.
You can't
You're not going to run from me because I will catch you. Don't run from me. Like running behind them, you know? Yeah. But if you're going to ETS, do yourself a service. Mm-hmm. If you are not set up, realistically, look at your money. Right? Mm-hmm. If you know your check is going to end on the 1st, do you have the money to make up for the remainder of that month? Provided you're going to start this new job, it's going to take time for that first check to kick in, right? Mm-hmm. So if you feel like, yeah, I got it, I saved up, I don't even know, I don't want to know how much you saved, but if you saved up to make it until you get there, okay, fine. Right. Sometimes the Army is not for everybody, and that's totally okay. Right? But if you feel like I'm getting out because my first sergeant, da-da-da, or my platoon sergeant, da-da-da, okay, understood, but are you ready? Are you ready? It's our job as well to make sure that you are a productive citizen in the economy, right? So if you don't have the eaches to get there, take care of yourself. Go through SFL TAP because they will shine a light on whatever it looks like, you know? So on top of that, you have internships, provided your command, can facilitate that for you. Right. But at the end of it, we're not here to be like, please stay. Oh my goodness, stay, please. No, you can make that decision. I'm not here going to pull your arm. I'm not going to do it because I don't want it to be forced, right? Because I'm not going to go back and redo a contract. I'm not going to do that. You're going to sign this contract willingly. It's a volunteer Army. I'm not going to force you to sign anything. But if you realistically look at it at the end of the day and you feel like you're not ready, do yourself a service. Extend. Do a year. You know how the Guard have tried one on the Guard? Yep. Mm-hmm. Try one on the Army. Try 6 months in the Army. Try 11 months in the Army. You do have those extensions too. It's called State Army. If you're FY22 and your ETS date is 30 September 2022, you can extend for 6 months or 11 months, and you can stabilize for the duration of that extension. Okay. Give yourself that time. If you don't have it, get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do it. It's okay. It's okay. If you told all your friends, I'm getting out, that's fine. They're going to see you tomorrow. It's okay.
But you'd be surprised and have some questions.
Yeah, they'd be like, what you do? Oh, I registered for Hawaii. You did?
No, it is like it's a domino effect, though. Like, you get that one soldier that comes in, and next thing you know, the whole motor pool's lined up. Like, they're like, I don't want a ceremony. Oh, you doing this ceremony. You're right. It is mandatory. They're going to see you raise your right hand and say, repeat after me. I state your full name. You're going to say it loud and proud, okay? It's a mess, but I love my soldiers. For the ones that got out, I hope they're doing great. I see them flourishing in life on Facebook. I see a lot of things. I'm so excited for them. The Army was just a stepping stone for them, and that's what it could be for most. That's okay. I know the money ain't glamorous, but we got healthcare and stuff, We got that world class. Yeah. If you ain't ready, it's okay. Extend. Tiptoe,
Exactly.
Dip your toe in a little bit more, it's okay until you're ready to really put your foot in there. Then your body in there when you hit 20. It's okay. I'm almost there. I had my struggles, but I'm here. And I'm almost at the end. I'm about to knock on the door.
Oh.
Yeah.
So close.
I know. And I'm still like weighing my options. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm a career
counselor. Am I ready to get out of the Army?
No, real life. Real life happens fast.
It happens. It happens really.
This is all I know. This is what I had to wear today. I was like really conflicted. I was like, can I come in civilian clothes? I'm on leave. What am I going to wear? Oh my God, I have no clothes. Wait a minute. I don't have no what to wear. Then she's like, no, you got to wear a uniform. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Uniform.
I didn't know you were on leave.
I know. I don't tell anybody. I don't tell you. It's okay. Being a counselor, we know.
I was like, why wouldn't you wear your uniform?
It's okay.
I feel bad for even asking now.
No. You're fine. Leave is irrelevant when you're assigned to a unit. The only time a counselor gets leave is when we're PCSing to our new assignment. That's why I take 40 days. Don't look for me.
They're going to be running you down.
Right. You got to catch me first. Oh, no. But no, this is too easy. Soldiers are funny. Soldier stories are amazing. If you sit down and ask them, why did you join? You have a lot that have some really deep stories, and I love them all. Right. Even if it was for nothing, I love it all. It's okay.
And it's sometimes, I can understand why soldiers do get skeptical, in certain situations, especially being an initial term soldier and you've only been to one duty station. You've only had one set of leadership the entire time. You know what I mean? Like things. But one of the things that I always say to everybody, and I continue to tell myself in times where I struggle with certain things or certain people, is in the Army, everything's temporary. Mm-hmm. Whether I'm the temporary person in a situation or they're the temporary person in the situation, like we all end up leaving and, you know, and seeing and meeting new people, and we get a new duty station and a new experience in a different part of the world or the country, you know, but it's all okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to want a different experience. It's okay to stay if you want to stay at your current station. It's okay to be a free agent to the Army. That's what I say. When you re-enlist needs of the Army, option 1, you're a free agent. You can negotiate your own assignment with branch. However, when you're in your like staff sergeant, you are KD complete, that's probably your best option for that. But when you're a younger soldier, re-enlisting for your options, like your duty stations are your best bet. But when you're KD complete, you don't want to get we can't give you a broadening assignment. We can't give you those things. Like, you need to start having that conversation with your branch manager on what's best for you and your career. Your branch manager, your leadership, on what's best for you and your career.
Right.
So.
Okay, wait. I have one final question.
Okay.
What is the coolest re-enlistment ceremony you have ever seen or
I did it. I'm going to tell you what I did, y'all. Prime example. Let me tell y'all. Look, I had to throw my hand up
real fast.
On the podcast. Have y'all ever heard of a Hollywood shot?
No.
Amazing in life. If y'all have not done one, do one. If you have a kid.
Shot?
Exactly, right? So there I was, EOD, Sergeant First Class Tatlinger. If you listening, what up, bro? It was his re-enlistment. He was like, hey, I want to do explosive. I was like, excuse me? Right? Okay. He was like, yeah, I want to go out on the range, do a Hollywood shot. I said, I have no idea what that means, but we going to do it. Because they have nothing but C4 on supply, right? EOD do nothing but blow stuff up all day, right? And their field environment is amazing when they go to the field. I'm going to let y'all know. They barbecue.
And if you reclass EOD, there's a huge bonus for you. So.
Provided you
meet
pass.
all the requirements.
It's not easy to pass, y'all. Yes. You playing with explosive for real in real life and bombs and robots. But anyway, back to the story. So he was like, I want to do a Hollywood shot. I was like, Sergeant Major, do we have C4 to play with? He was like, if you can find it, why not? I said, oh my God. So he was with it too.
So you're name dropping. Was this okay to do?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, our major said we can do it.
Okay.
It was in the operator. I didn't do that. I don't know how he set it up, but we were out there. There we were in the field, in the trenches, right?
Was this your re-enlistment ceremony?
No, but I got myself in it because I want to see it explode. I'm a low-key pyro. So so we set up the shot. They were like, you have to say fire in the hole 3 times. I was like, oh my God. So it was right behind me, y'all. No lie. It was far enough, but too close to feel the heat.
Yeah.
You know what
I was about to say, you can feel it on the back of your neck, singeing the hairs. Yeah.
I was like, but I was behind the flag, so it can be like, ooh, pretty. No. So don't do that, y'all. Don't be like me. Oh my God, I almost died that day. But anyway, so I said fire in the hole 3 times. On the third one, before I just said the third one, I said, holy and I pulled it, right? And boom, everything everywhere. Gorgeous shot. I have the video. It's amazing. But I do have the uniform with the gas and the flag too. Like, that's my favorite flag. It was amazing.
That's so cool.
It was a mushroom cloud. I was like, oh wow. The best one ever. Outside of that, the flights with aviation, which they don't do anymore. Don't ask.
That was my favorite re-enlistment ceremonies. I was actually in a general support aviation battalion in Germany, and we got to do some really cool flights, in-flight re-enlistment ceremonies. And man. Yeah, it was beautiful, just, going down the Rhine River and seeing all the different castles. And, fuel stopping and eating an amazing German, spread,
Oh,
no. Like,
she had a fancy one. I
did. And if there was any training flights, if they were doing certain training flights, going to different countries, because we were in Germany, the soldier, could do that. So they would spend the day and just, go out and do this amazing training flight. If you were going to go to Greece or Romania or Hungary or wherever they were going, so that was a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing the flight re-enlistments.
I think mine was better because I had fire.
It was. That's great. That is great.
kidding.
I unfortunately never ended up in EOD. So.
EOD is fire, literally. That's amazing.
Oh, man. Well, if I have to do a re-enlistment, I'm definitely going with the fireball.
Yeah,
And that's only to one up my buddy who's a Marine EOD now. So
I have
to one up
do it.
They're
here. Just ask. They may not. I don't know if they have a training going on over here on Fort Hood. Just ask. Say, hey, can I get in with you guys and provide your own vehicle? Just get out there and do it. Go. It was fun. It was fun. I'm telling you, scary,
but fun.
But worth it. Something to die for. Real life. Re-enlist.
Not die.
You know what I'm saying? Come see me if you're ready to re-enlist, y'all. I'm here all day. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on today.
No problem. We really appreciated
me and
it.
all our listeners on a little bit more about retention. Because I'll be honest, I was short on knowledge when it comes to retention.
Well, things have been changing a lot lately. A lot of policies have been temporarily suspended or temporarily extended.
Right.
So, as things just generations change, policies will change. And, we're really just trying to
adapt and overcome.
Yeah. All the way through HQDA. We have a really great supportive retention team all the way up to Headquarters Department of the Army.
Yeah, the SACs, our Major Toby Whitney. Yes. How are you? I know you're doing great. You're awesome. He was my instructor. He's great. Everything I see that's changing is him. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, him and others. He's awesome. Yeah, it's a group effort. Everything's a group effort. Being a counselor is a group effort. It's one person in each battalion, one counselor that supports a battalion. So imagine the pressure.
Yeah.
Right. So we got this. Y'all got it. Counselors listening, y'all got this. It's too easy. We out here. It's okay.
And then, just another thing is that just asking soldiers to remain patient when things are changing. So it's not that your counselor doesn't know or, they told you a lie. What is real today might not be real tomorrow. So It's just being patient and being open-minded and just trying to understand the changes just as much as we all are, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, and honestly, everything that's changing is changing for the better in support of, making requirements not easier at all, but just fitting lifestyles and adapting to different lifestyles. So, then that's quite all right. Giving you some more time to get promoted and to achieve those goals at a certain milestone. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, be flexible. I think that's
one of
the mottos
Absolutely.
Yeah. Flexible and patient. That's all we ask. And we appreciate all y'all.
Well, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Your Army Digital Garrison app is a great way to explore your community. With expanded features, including access to an app library, MWR Travel Services, and American Forces Travel, the Digital Garrison provides direct access to installation-specific news, information, and alerts. Find local dining options and events. Browse great shopping deals at your exchange, express, and shopmyexchange.com, and the commissary. Search for Digital Garrison in the App Store to connect with your installation and community. Powered by the United States Army and your exchange.
Okay, so as a civilian,
yes,
I didn't know a single thing we were talking about.
Well, that's good because I only knew like half of it.
Oh,
so
we all learned a lot then today.
Yes.
I think that's good.
This is actually, I think you'll hear it in the interview. This was my first contract.
Yes. Is current.
This currently is my first contract.
Yes.
So I haven't even dealt with retention at all.
So this was kind of like a preview of if you decide to stay in and extend or re-enlist, as they say. Yes, that's what it is right there.
So I got a lot of information. Now I got to go take it back with me and keep it in the back of my mind for the future. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So it'll be fun.
That's awesome. Speaking of information.
Ooh, I do love information.
Fort Hood just had their Freedom Fest.
Yes, they did.
It was amazing. If you missed out, you did. You did. I did not, though. It was amazing. It was a really good time. Yeah. Bummer for you.
It was a bummer, but I'm glad everybody else had fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. And just because if you missed Fort Hood's Freedom Fest doesn't mean that you are missing out on the 4th of July, because it is still coming up.
That is right.
So the city of Killeen is still hosting their fireworks show on Saturday, July 2nd. And then on the actual 4th of July, Austin is having their fireworks display. Copper's Cove, Belton, Gatesville, Round Rock, and Temple will all be having fireworks.
It's a lot of fireworks.
Yes, it is. Which is the only place you can see them in Bell County at the time that we are recording, because they have a fireworks ban, so you cannot buy fireworks for personal use.
That's right.
Yes. So if you want fireworks, you will have to go see them for free. For free.
That's not a bad deal.
So you're saving money and seeing fireworks and celebrating America.
God bless America.
Can't beat any of that. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Me too.
You know what else I'm excited for?
What?
Traveling Soldier.
That's right. Yes. It
Very
is the
excited.
end of the month.
It is.
So we have with us Blair.
Hi.
It's Blair again.
Ah, yes.
Your face lit up. You were like ready.
No, it's going to be a reoccurring joke.
Yes. Okay. Yes, it's me again.
Yes. Hello, Blair again. All right. Tell us what our traveling soldiers are for this month.
Okay, so I'll talk about a couple. First, the Mayborn Museum Complex. It's in Waco on the Big Baylor campus.
Ooh.
It's hard to put into words. We had so much fun, because they've got, the fossils, the history of the area, all that good stuff. But the second floor, that's totally meant for kids, but
yes. The place where we all come alive.
Exactly. There's a lot of interactive things, so kids or you can learn about kind of physics, electricity, light and sound. That was our favorite room. They have just a lot of interactive stuff, so it was a whole lot of fun. I say the light and sound room is my favorite because they had, in the movie Big with Tom Hanks.
Yes.
The piano on the floor. It's not exactly the same, but it's very similar. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw it.
So cool.
So it's like a piano you can step on.
Yeah.
They have this thing, and this is just me being a photography nerd, because I had to change my settings and stuff to get a picture of it. You can spin this wheel, it's behind some guitar strings, and it shows you the vibrations of the guitar strings.
Oh, that's
so cool.
Yes. And then the light part of the light and sound room, I'm the kind of person, I just changed my profile pictures on everything. This happens once every 4 years, okay? And I'm a photographer, so that I have a high standard to uphold, Right. So my cover photo on Facebook now, there's this area in the Lightroom. It kind of shows you how you can make a few lights look just endless with some mirrors, So I've got some really, really cool pictures from inside of there. It's just endless.
That's
multicolored
awesome.
Lights. I could stare at this for hours. It was awesome. So that it's great for, families with younger kids
or just people in general.
Or people with younger hearts.
Yes. People who are young at heart. Yeah.
Kids at heart. Yes. We
people
definitely
never want to grow up.
Yes. So I highly recommend checking out the Mayborn Museum Complex.
Okay.
Second place. This is more, I said, if you're going to go with some of your friends, adult friends, or for a date night or something, you definitely have to check out Wonder Spaces, Austin.
Okay.
So Wonder Spaces is it's an art exhibit place. And I said, this isn't your mama's art exhibit. Okay. It's you can interact with things, and it's so cool. And there's only 4 locations nationwide.
Oh, wow.
So to have one an hour away.
Yeah, that's pretty convenient.
Is really cool. One of my favorite exhibits is called Submergence, and the artist is Squid Soup. So,
Squid soup.
Yes.
I love that.
So
It's unique.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll never forget that.
Never. And like this, there's over 8,000 lights, individual lights, strung from probably 10 to 15 to 20 feet in the air.
Okay. Very high.
Yes, you can walk through and into this exhibit, and they light up and change color corresponding to music that is also played.
Oh, that's cool.
And the whole thing lasts 12 minutes and then repeats itself. It was really hard to describe because, again, like the light thing at the museum, it's like that on steroids. Like, I mean, I was just staring at it, you know? So, I mean, in the paper I said heavenly. That's the closest word.
Great descriptive word.
Yes, that's the closest I can get to describing what that was.
Yeah.
They've got another exhibit called Into the Breath. It's a long name. The person that made it, Stefano. Oh my gosh. Y'all want to try to say that?
Nope.
I can't.
You got it.
Like, anyway, it's a
Shout out
Chinese
to
dragon.
that artist.
Yes.
You know who you are.
Yes. Go to their website. They've got the list of exhibits and all of
the artist.
everything.
Okay.
Yes. But it's a Chinese dragon made out of tea bags, and it's huge. So people walk in it.
Oh wow.
And you go inside and just chill for a little bit. It's really like quiet, and it's cool because there's air running through it. So that was nice.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Does it smell good?
I don't remember it smelling good or bad.
Oh,
it
okay.
just
I was just curious since it's
smelled like
tea
tea.
bags.
Yeah. It probably did. I was just too busy.
You're
going,
too
oh my god,
overwhelmed. Yeah.
because
sensory overload.
Exactly. Yeah. Me and my roommate were like, how does someone sit there and put this together? Yeah.
Lots of patience.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of patience. So it's just like, wow. Yeah, but they've got a bar if you like to partake in that responsibly.
Important to know.
Yes. And so that's kind of why I also said date night for that.
Yeah.
There's so many other things here that, I mean, I could sit here and talk to y'all for an hour about it. But I highlight a few more in the paper, and I mean, my thing, just go see it.
Okay, so at this point, what I'm thinking you're telling us is that you should go to the Mayborn one in Waco first, because you can learn history and kind of see this space, the Wonder Space, is on a small local scale. So you're supporting a local business, local museum with, a family-friendly environment.
Yes.
And then the next weekend, you go with all your adult friends to Wonder Spaces.
Well, I do want to clarify. People came with their families to Wonder Spaces.
Okay.
So it's not like,
exclusively.
only adults.
Right.
But there weren't little bitty kids running around that could yank on the lights or anything like that. So it's older
children.
kids.
Okay.
Yes. So it's not no kids allowed.
Right.
But just keep in mind there are things that are delicate here.
Yeah.
So
can't be running around.
It is an art museum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't be pulling on
exhibit.
stuff, and
Okay.
just they need to be courteous of
Right.
the artwork. But yeah, I mean, I can't recommend it enough. I'll have to go back on my own time. It was awesome. So, and again, just Submergence is the best one. We could see it when we stepped in the front, and I was like, that's the one. That's the one. Because again, as a photographer, that's my favorite kind of stuff to mess around with, or lights like that. And I just was in hog heaven. I mean, I was so happy.
So what I'm hearing is you're giving it a glowing review.
I see what you did there.
Yes.
I couldn't help myself. It was just sitting out there.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, highly recommend.
Awesome. Okay, great. Well, do you have any other questions for Blair again from the Fort Hood Sentinel?
Blair again.
Yes.
What was your favorite part of Freedom Fest?
Oh, yes.
Gosh.
Blair was with me at Freedom Fest.
Yes, she was.
That was a good question.
Sam can back this up for me. when Cassidy Pope and ex-ambassadors came up on stage. I realized that maybe I should be a photographer for a band.
Yes. She was in the zone just the whole time, clicking away. And I was like, hey, Blair. And she'd be like, shh, I'm busy. Shh.
Like, I'm pretty
working.
sure the whole, and they were great performing. I just want to say that. I did kind of pay attention, but like my eye was in the viewfinder the whole time.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Cassidy Pope and the ex-ambassadors. They both performed amazingly.
Yes.
Just amazing.
Yes. So it was great. And ex-ambassadors, I literally took 1,000 photos within probably 15 minutes. Just
not even that long.
Not even.
I think it was like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Max. 10 minutes, absolutely max. I'm thinking more like 5 minutes.
I mean, when you have like a stage presence like their lead singer does, and he's
definitely
moving,
the stage.
It's kind of like sports photography, which is kind of where I got started. Like if you miss it, you miss it. Like and so I was like, rapid fire. Like I can't miss anything he does. Otherwise I'm going to miss the shot, So yeah, I took 3,000 photos that day.
Yes.
And I pulled 72. That's 2.5%. I did the math. And
wow.
I culled that down even farther for the paper. So yes.
All right.
I had fun. Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You're making me feel bad for not going, so thank you.
You should.
It really was. It really was fun.
I even had a moment where I was trying to talk to Blair. I was like, Blair, I'm having this like memory. And she's like, shh. Not now. Because I realized Cassidy Pope is from the band Hey Monday. Like that's the band she originally performed with when she first got started. And I saw her in the band Hey Monday in 2010.
What?
And as she's saying this to the crowd, I was like, oh my gosh, I am having a light bulb moment. And I'm like looking through my old Facebook photos. I have a photo of her from 2010. I'm like trying to show Blair, and Blair's like, I'm busy right now.
I like paid attention.
She like
snapped.
looked for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, cool. I'm busy. Like, all right, never mind.
I like snapped out of it long enough to be like, oh yeah. And then got right back in.
Right back into
Right back in.
That is too funny.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but it was a whole lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, and having you there was awesome to have. Even though I didn't pay much attention to you.
Would you have even noticed if I had left? Because I don't think so.
Yeah, I think there was one point I turned. I was like, "Where'd she go?"
Yeah, at one point I was just standing in the front. I was like, I don't think she even notices I'm not there anymore.
Let's test a theory. Just walk away.
Gone. Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Well, I think that's all we have for this week.
All right.
So thank you for coming on and sharing Traveling Soldier, and for allowing me to share that moment about Cassidy Pope with everyone else, since you did not pay attention originally.
If any of y'all see me and my camera's up,
do not talk to her.
I can't promise you that I'm going to pay attention to anything you say.
She's busy.
I am busy.
She's busy.
She's busy. Now's not the moment.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Right.
All right. Well, we will see you all next week.
Happy 4th.
This podcast is a U.S. Army Garrison Fort Hood and Fort Hood Public Affairs production. The show's theme music is written and produced by Delicious All-Stars. All our music is obtained through Filter by Songtrader. Have a question or want to share some insights with us? Email us at forthoodpao@gmail.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at USAG Fort Hood. And as always, be sure to leave a review and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.